We have already talked about the controlling, right? So at the beginning of the period, we call planning, but during the period, we call controlling. There are many specific control areas. So in the last chapter, chapter 21, we talk about the physical resource, we talk about the human resource, information resource, and then we talk about the capital or financial resource. Also, I added the time. It's about the efficiency. For example, for production. When we talk about operation, let's focus on two things. One is more about the physical resource. Let's talk about the output in the grocery store. It's the goods. Other things we talk about financial resource, money. In the textbook, they talk about the inventory control, physical goods or the physical output. It's including from the input, the transformation phase, and then the output phase, right? And then the delivery phase. It depends on different, let's say, types of agribusiness. Usually, we talk about the raw material, right? We talk about the transformation process or the inventory control. We talk about different stages, like the forward control, right? And then the concurrent control, the post-action control, and then the multiple stages controls. Also, we can control by the time, call this the right things arrive at the right time, right? The JIT control, save the cost, increase the efficiency, make the smaller order more frequently, all right? Smaller batch. We can increase the turnover rate in the grocery store. We will check like the average stock days. This is the money in the storage on the shelf. If you can increase the rotation, that means we are saving money. We needed the inventory control or the scheduling control. Try to save the money. The quality control is a process. Most of the time, we will talk about the food safety, hazard analysis, critical control points. All along this, let's say, this value chain, we needed to control the quality. The HACCP is one throughout the, like this critical control point. This is throughout all this process. When we talk about this quality, most of the time, we think about the manufacturing, right? Not service, but no. Actually, for service company, this is also important. Actually, quality is not only for manufacturing. Finished talking about the physical resource, right? We are now moving financial resource. The sales decide how much money we make. The costs decide how much money we spend. If we want to maximize our profit, cost control always is one very important topic. Change the term. Instead of cost control, we talk about the efficiency improvement, that actually there are many areas we can save the money. Actually, I just named the one for the stock management, right? How we can reduce the stock days, how we can reduce the time the stock is sitting in the storage. Other cost control, labor costs. Why we always talk about the AI, why we always talk about the automation, robotics, they don't need the salary. They don't need the benefits. So this is why this is a topic. If we talk about the let's say that the supporting function, we talk about the transportation, deliveries, storage, right? So we also talk about the cost control. So there are many areas, right? So we can reduce the cost. We say, hey, you hire like 10 people, how you can save the cost from the other side of cost control is the efficiency, right? The productivity. If you motivate them, they feel satisfied. They are like, happy workers, happy employees. Their productivity also increase. This is why we needed talk about the leadership, right? We talk about the leading later. I would say like a cost control. This is a endless topic. Other operation control techniques, process control charts. This is a flow chart. So it specifies the steps. We like to talk about the numbers, but I like to start with this as the SOP, and then by having this process flow, it's easy for everyone to, let's say, to follow, to standardize that. So you go to the restaurant, you go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King, you go to like KFC, they all have this process, the process control chart, you call this flow chart, and then standardize those steps. This is the way we can control our productivity. the ERP system. This is the enterprise resource planning system. So material requirement planning is the one module under this ERP. They are like companies, they develop this ERP system. Oracle, Microsoft, they are like, you can name several, almost all the companies, let's say not the small company, like the big companies, right? So they all use the ERP system. From the input, from the human resource, the financial capitals to sales, to stock, human resource, let's say that those informations, they also integrate into this ERP system. They are like, Oracle, like Microsoft, they offer that. Somehow, when we talk about the controlling system, you need to know those big brands. So if you join a company, you need to ask what management system your company is using.